welcome to this week's episode of Gab Squared. I'm Gabby B, here with my co-host Gab H.
Thanks, Gabby. Ed Sheeran is dividing himself from the musical equation. Sources close to the artist say that after Ed's Divide tour, he will be taking a 5 or 10 year hiatus until he reveals his new album. Many fans were shook by this heartbreaking news. There is much controversy around this subject due to Sheeran's tweet on April 24th. The pop star tweeted out, "The rumors are ridiculous and they aren't true. But if the rumors are true, get your tickets quickly before he erases himself from the musical business."
Thanks, Gabby. Now that we've lost all men in the audience, let's bring them back. The Stanley Cup playoffs are in full swing, and we want to know who you think will win. Let's go to Mark and Mick in the halls of Springford to see what teams are your best bet for hosting this year's Cup.
Thanks, Gab. I'm Mick in the halls of Springford to find out who is rooting for who in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Let's go interview Mr. Homa. Hi, Mr. Homa.
Oh.
Do you follow?
Oh, whoa. You got to see my attorney before you start doing it.
Sorry, we didn't have him sign the waiver.
What's going on?
Do you follow playoff hockey?
A little bit, yes. Yes, I do.
Who are you rooting for to win the Stanley Cup?
Anyone but the Pittsburgh Penguins.
I relate.
All right? Anyone but the Penguinos, okay? So I would say, you know who I hope wins? Nashville. Okay?
Good team.
I like the way they play, so I think it'd be neat for Nashville to win. Okay?
Thank you so much. That's all.
All right, well, thanks for coming.
Hi guys, I'm Mark Raffick here in the halls of Springford, asking fellow Springford students who they think will win the Hockey Stanley Cup. Gab, point the camera up. This is an amateur hour. So I'm here with James, and I wanted to ask you, what hockey team do you think will win the Stanley Cup?
Well, I think that it's the Caps' year. Listening to my guy, PFT commenter, I'm pardon my take. I think that it's the Caps' year, and he's 100% right, so Caps are going to win.
I think that's a great answer, considering they lost. What hockey team do you think will win the Stanley Cup?
The Anaheim Ducks.
Great.
I'm here with Mr. Miscavige to ask him as well his feelings on the Stanley Cup playoffs. Who do you want to win?
Who do I want to win? I don't want the Pittsburgh Penguins to win. I don't want the Washington Capitals to win. If I have to pick a team, I'll say Edmonton Oilers.
Thank you.
Shh. We're trying to do an interview here. What hockey team do you think will win the Stanley Cup?
I think that the Pittsburgh Penguins will. They got a good momentum going into these later rounds.
Okay.
Who do you want to win the Stanley Cup playoffs?
The Phillies.
Oh my God.
Who do you think will win the Stanley Cup?
I don't know what that is.
Who do you want to win the Stanley Cup playoffs?
Okay, so I wanted the Philadelphia Flyers to win, but that ain't happening. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say I don't care who wins, but I would like it to be a team who hasn't won it recently and or ever before. I like a Cinderella story.
Thank you. All right, I need a little break from Mark's attitude. So this is Mick and Mark reporting from the halls of Springford. Back to you, Gab and Gab.
Thanks, Mark and Mick. Imagine a drink that does not only change color and flavor, but has apples, cherries, radishes, and sweet potatoes as its ingredients. That would be the Unicorn Frappe. If you weren't lucky enough to snatch one, you didn't miss much. Customers were complaining of curdle milk settling after hours of buying it. Combining sweet and sour in this drink was a hit or miss, and in this case, it was a big miss. Unlike the Dragon Frappe, which is a green tea frappe that doesn't have the weird ingredients or sour flavor.
That's all for this week's episode of Gab Squared. I'm Gabby B, here with my co-host Gabby H, signing off. Have a nice day, everyone.
Good job, Gabby.
Thanks.
Thanks. He was talking about me.
Clearly he was talking about me.
No.
You're irrelevant.